Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling. My name is BrendenPlayz. This is Sacrifice, and it is our pay-per-view for the month of May. We are 1 month away from our Slammiversary pay-per-view, which is one of our biggest of the year. So tonight, we do have the finale of the Super X Cup. We're going to find out who does win it and who gets a title shot at Slammiversary against either Christopher Daniels or Samoa Joe. So we have already booked the show, it's all ready to go. But before we get there, a few little issues we have once again come up with. So you can see down the bottom left hand corner of your screen, a few people have obviously, got work elsewhere. So Kevin Nash being one of them. Kevin Nash again is not available for our pay-per-view, and once again he's working in Japan, and their tours just keep on burning me. We wanted to do Kevin Nash in a tag match, teaming up with Jeff Jarrett to take on Sting and Jeff Hardy, which I thought would have been a really good match. Instead, we can't, because Kevin Nash is not available. He's not around. So once again, Kevin Nash is booked for New Japan, and it makes me wonder. For Slammiversary, I really think we might have to have our pay-per-view on a Saturday. Or maybe even going forward, change our pay-per-view days to a Saturday, because this Japan thing is killing us. Sunday seems to be a really bad day for us to show, so always on Sundays. Kenta again, we can't use him at all. Kenta when is he ever available? He's always got bookings somewhere, so we can't use him at all. So, we either have to offer him a written deal or forget about it. And I guess Saturdays might have to be the day. Otherwise, we can't really use our alliances to bring in a Kevin Nash, for example, to work a match. We can't use him. So I think Slammiversary might have to change the day. Otherwise, we're going to be burned again. And we've got this whole Jeff Hardy and Kevin Nash feud going on, but we can't use Kevin Nash. As well as that, luckily, we didn't put Low Ki in the final of the Super X Cup. He's working elsewhere as well. I'm guessing Ring of Honor have a show on, and for whatever reason, Low Ki has got preference at Ring of Honor. Maybe it's All Japan. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is. It's All Japan. So he's working in All Japan, doing a tour of them. Whenever they tour, that is their priority. So always really annoying. But thank goodness, thank God we didn't have him in the final. So he lost. It's instead AJ and Homicide. So we have our pay-per-view booked. It is all ready to go. So we may as well get into the results right now. So let's kick things off. Samoa Joe, he had a promo against Daniels, hyping up their match for later. We had Jasmine and Melissa on a pre-show match, and Jazz just continues to get static from a vocal crowd and not impressed. That's not good. We did give Melissa the win, so that's a big loss for Jazz. But I guess Jazz's performances haven't been amazing. So honestly, I think it's time to kind of get Melissa in a better position and maybe move Jazz down the card. She obviously is up there in age. She's around 32, but with these performances, she's just going down. So I think Melissa's the future. We had Bobby Roode and Jay Lethal go one-on-one. Finally, we're going to end that rivalry there. Bobby Roode had a 75 rated performance, 74 overall match, so that's pretty good. That was a pre-show match. So, oh wow! This is our opening match for the X Division Championship. It is a submission match. Daniels versus Joe. 98! Are you kidding? We said last baby 92 was awesome. Freaking 98! Are you fucking kidding me? 98! Holy shit! Joe had a 92 performance, and Daniels had 94. Great chemistry. Wow. I don't know what to say. 98. God, maybe we should forget about this Super X Cup and have a rematch between these two. My God. We had Daniels win. He's still the champ. Defended the championship for the first time. Wow. Okay. Well, if that's Joe's final match in the X Division for a while, he certainly left on a good note. And I was a little hesitant with the submission match because I was a little worried that a technical match may be the downfall. But as it turned out, it suited them both. and it really helped him out. So 98, that is outstanding. Muhammad Hassan promo on Rhino. They had a match as well. They had a street fight, and Rhino got the victory. No, sorry, Muhammad Hassan got the victory, I should say. Muhammad Hassan was visibly tired towards the end, so that's not good. And it was only a 16-minute match. Lack of psychology. So, yeah, I mean, not bad. I mean, we had a classic, then go to that one. So I wasn't expecting too much out of these two. Maybe a little bit better. Rhino's performances wasn't great either. And Rhino was suited to the match as well. It was a brawl, which, you know, we all know Rhino can brawl. So, yeah, we tried, but only 72. I guess the crowd was just so, you know, pumped from the last match. Gail Kim, Natalya one-on-one, 65 rated. There you go. Our women, I tell you what, are doing pretty good. Step it up. Good match. Gail Kim defended the championship, even though Natalya's performances were much better than Gail Kim. Gotta say, Gail Kim's in-ring work must not really be that great at this point. Natalya, for example, is far better than Gail Kim. We had Sting and Jeff Hardy cut a promo on Jeff Jarrett and what will be their tag team opponent, Monty Brown. So yeah, you know it. SOS Monty Brown. Whenever we have an issue, whenever we need someone to come in and save the day, Monty Brown is the man. 81 rated match. And Jeff, 82. Monty Brown, 70. Jeff Hardy, 78. Sting was the worst, only 64. So that is not good. Monty Brown's not suited to his gimmick. Even though his gimmick really is rated very good, I believe. But Sting, what's going on there? Not a great performance. Is Sting just declining physical ability? Sting just can't do it anymore? That's a little concerning because we really want Sting to be useful down the line. So if he's only having a 64 rated match, that's not good. That's not good. But anyways, 81 overall, that's fine. Abyss cut a promo on Christian, 88. We had the Steiners versus Team 3D, 86 rated match. Despite Rick Steiner struggling as always, he can't even work 5 minutes without potentially having a heart attack. So, yeah, 86 rated. Steiner was good. I really kind of want to do something big with Scott Steiner as a singles. So, we had Team 3D get the win and beat the Steiners. The plan, I guess, is perhaps to bring Team 3D back in the tag title picture and maybe give them the tag titles at Slammiversary. So, beating the Steiners, obviously we need to have the Steiners losing more than they are winning. I think Scott Steiner still has some mileage left in the tank. Now, he's really good as a tag team wrestler. But the question is, can he perform well as a singles? I'm not sure. Afterwards, we had the Steiners beat down the Dudleys to get a little bit of revenge. So we need to get Scott Steiner just a little bit of heat back and go from there. So 82 rated. Christian cutting a promo on Abyss. Excellent promo. We had R-Truth and Austin Aries finish off their rivalry. R-Truth did defeat Austin Aries, 78 rated match, so that's pretty good in the end. Like I said, Austin Aries, ever since we changed his gimmick, has gone from like 60 rated matches up to nearly 80, 70, high 70s towards the 80 mark. So I guess if you ever play this game and you're wondering what's going on, if they have a bad gimmick, just change it and hope for the best, because it can really make the difference by the looks of it. And R-Truth, look, we want to do something with R-Truth. He's obviously been a TNA world champion in the past, so he has the credibility in the past, and we'd love to get him in that main event or upper tier. So, like I said, I really wanted to put him in Bound for Glory, but I just don't think we have a spot for him. But we're going to keep plotting him away and just get him some more wins, and eventually maybe transition him to a rivalry with Test or A-Train or something like that, and do something there. Homicide and AJ Styles. This was the Super X Cup final only, 76 rated. So, what went wrong? What went wrong? We were penalized for booking decisions. So what happened? Well, Homicide beat AJ Styles. So there's a clear difference in their popularity. We went with Homicide because we need a new opponent for Christopher Daniels. Homicide's performances have been excellent. But we still want to protect AJ Styles. So we had AJ Styles lose, but we protected him in the process. Which means that when he loses, he doesn't lose as much popularity. It won't affect him as much. But often it does bring the quality of the match down, and probably a good decision by me because I originally was going to have this open the show. Thank God I didn't, because in the end it was for the best. But yes, so 76 rated, very, very below par. We were hoping for at least maybe 85 plus. I thought we were going to have a classic, but no, we didn't. But there you go. So maybe we try to do a rematch on Impact and get the rating that it deserves. Maybe it's an option. But yes, Homicide wins the Super X Cup. And also in the match we had Hernandez. He came out and distracted AJ Styles to help Homicide win. So that's how we basically justified AJ Styles losing. So he doesn't lose clean. Hernandez helps Homicide win. Homicide gets the number one contendership. So maybe a rematch is warranted for the next Impact. We then had the New Age Outlaws against the America's Most Wanted for the tag team titles. We kept the tag titles on the America's Most Wanted, and that is their 5th defense of the tag titles. They've held for quite some time now. But yeah, good effort, good performance. You can see Billy Gunn carried the New Age Outlaws and Chris Harris carried the America's Most Wanted. So it's one member of each team doing really well. But 83 rated, they've had some good matches, really good matches. And I guess the plan may be to go back to America's Most Wanted versus the Dudleys. But I think it might be a good idea to do a big multi-man match at Slammiversary. Put the Steiners in there and the Dudleys and have a 4-way tag team match and go from there. I think that could be a good idea. Afterwards, we had Team 3D challenge the America's Most Wanted to a match for the championship. So, obviously winning against the Steiners earlier on the night. Hey, we want a title shot, and they challenged them. Then we had a video hyping up Abyss and Christian, so please, for the love of God, we need a good match. We need a good performance to close out. We've had a great show so far. Can we finish strong? 88 performance. Okay, that's good. 88 rated match. Christian defends the World Championship against Abyss, and we made it a Texas death match, which I believe you have to not. It's like a last man standing match, I guess. You pin them down, you pin them, and if they can't make a 10 count, so you get pinned for 10 seconds, I guess, you win. And it was a long match. We did that because we wanted to be a bit of a brawl, just to spice it up as well, and because both guys are pretty good at brawls. So Christian had a 90 rated performance, Abyss 85, so 88 is about right. 88 is about right, and that's still a really good match. Obviously, we'd like to push 90 more often than not for our main events, but 88 is fine. And considering they had 92 for the last pay-per-view, we had one more match between the two. That's absolutely fine. But overall, 89 rated show. Overall, terrific. Really good. 89. You cannot complain with that. And I think it's only fair that Samoa Joe and Fallen Angel get the praise. Praise on a great performance. And honestly, I'm really tempted to give Sting a negative, told that they could do better. You know what? I'm going to do it. It might piss him off though. It may. I never do negative. But I'm really disappointed in Sting. Really am. So I'm going to do it. So Joe's happy, very happy. Daniels is pleased, and Sting's not too concerned for now. So if we keep pissing him off, he may have an issue down the line. But Sting, I know you're old, but God, you got to pick up the performance. Otherwise, we can't use you in the Bound for Glory series. You're not going to be good enough. Maybe it was just the tag match. Maybe he does better one-on-one. I'm not sure. But it was only our 3rd match with Sting. We actually haven't had him in a singles match yet. So there you go. All right, let's take a look. Doug Basham's contract is ending. Ooh, this could be... Yeah, no, we're good. Although, pretty good worker, to be honest, to be fair. But I just have no interest, really, in Doug. I wouldn't know what to do with him. We got no space for him. Our buy rate, 0.3. I think that may be one of our best. I can't quite remember. We'll have a quick look. Oh, it smashed it by a long way. 545,000 in pay-per-view revenue. Our best was 460, so absolutely smashing it. And we had a really good show, so it probably did deserve that. Christy Hemme, she's gonna... Well, actually, we offered Christy Hemme a developmental deal, so we're gonna send Christy Hemme down to developmental to improve her skills. I forgot about that, but yeah, we will send her down to developmental right there. So there you go. But overall, like I said, really good show. What about these Japan shows? I mean, is any of our guys competing here? I mean, was Kenta even wrestling? You know, the Kevin Nash obviously doing commentary. just annoying. It's just annoying. We can't get the guys we want. We can't use them when we want to. Frustrating, but it is what it is. But can't complain really. We had a really good show. We'll advance one more day until we are at our next show. Now we're on the build up to Slammiversary. Now we have to kind of regroup, reset, and figure out what we want to do next with Slammiversary. Slammiversary, we always, well, I believe they always do a King of the Mountain match, so that will be our main event, I would assume. So we're going to do a King of the Mountain match and put the TNA World Championship on the line. So we'll go from there. But anyways, let's have a quick look. Park, good old Neville. Is he? Yeah, he's a bit too young, but he's someone we could keep an eye on. Good aerial ability, pretty good wrestler to be fair. Might be someone we could bring in for the cruiserweights. Gail Kim has bulked up. She's risen from very small to small, so that's good. Very small is a bit too small. We wanted to, bulk up a little bit. And Cheerleader Melissa did the same thing, so that's good news as well. And there's nothing else really happening there. Just take a quick look at Raw. Where are they at? 83 rated show. Well, Kurt Angle beat Paul Burchill on Edge for a 93 rate. I think that'll be the best match that Paul Burchill ever has in his life. But apparently he's an upper mid-carder, so there you go. He's the guy who had the pirate gimmick, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, was that 2006? Maybe it was. I mean, they did push him for a little bit, I do remember that. Batista and Ray teaming up, that's a team that I would love to have. But yeah, so there you go. But we'll take a quick look to see if any popularity changes. Abyss, you can see up to 79. I think he definitely did went up. I think he definitely went up, which is good news. AJ, despite losing, he's at 70, so he's kind of stayed the same, so that's why we kept him strong. It's not going to help Homicide, but we don't want to sacrifice AJ at the same time. It's important that we keep him strong. A-Train did go down a little bit after losing on Impact. The Dudleys, they're bumped up a little bit as well. Christian Cage, whoa, Christian is starting to hit the mid-80s. He's going up there, 85, 86. Yeah, hey, he's really starting to get there. So all those wins, he's killing it. Christian is killing it. Doing so good. Let's have a quick look at his skills. Is he improving as a wrestler? You see his brawls, it's improving. So he's getting better at brawling, which is very important because we want him to be good at brawling, to do more variation of matches. His overall wrestling ability is slowly improving, which is great. His basics is getting better. Psychology improving as well. So Christian is actually still really improving quite a lot as a wrestler. Even his mic ability went from 85 to 89. Charisma 88 to 91. So they don't call him Captain Charisma for no reason. That is really good. So his overall ability continues to grow. The only thing I wish he would improve on is his star quality, but there you go. Sex appeal's a bit down. No wonder why Vince wanted to put a blue dot over his face. But yeah, so overall, Christian is killing it. He's 31, still in his prime. Well, even it may not even be in his prime yet. He's getting close to it, if not. He's killing it. He's so good for us right now. Another option, I wouldn't mind him bulking up a little bit, but hey, that's fine. We'll take that. Daniels, Fallen Angel, he's at 70 and even 71 in one region, so that's good. So Fallen Angel, with those excellent matches he's having, it's improving his popularity. He's doing so well, and he's going to be, I think, the face of our X Division going forward. Homicide, he's bumped up to 64, so he beat AJ. AJ didn't suffer. Homicide has gone from 59 to 64 from this Super X Cup and winning the Super X Cup. So that's how big the Super X Cup can be, and that's huge because now Homicide can be a real factor in our X Division, and he's got so many great skills. He's such a terrific performer. We really need to use him more. I've been hearing you guys saying, hey, you got to give him a push. We did. He's now the Super X Cup winner, gets a title shot at Slammiversary. His popularity is really improving, so he should have a terrific match at Slammiversary. Let's hope. James Storm, the tag champ, still doing well, 68. That's really good. Jeff Hardy, even though he won the tag match, he did move up a little bit, I would say. Jeff Jarrett, still the same. Now, even though we haven't really used Jeff Jarrett that well, he's been losing majority of his matches, to be honest. He's won 2 matches, he's lost 6. The plan, I think, at the moment, I would love to get Jeff Jarrett in the 80, 85 popularity range. I'd love to get him at that status where when he feuds with someone, it's a big deal. He's a big enough star, so he is truly like an icon alongside Sting on the heel side of things. I would really like to get him there, but the issue is I'd have to have him beat some of my up and coming baby faces. For example, I'd probably have to have him beat Christian or Jeff Hardy. So I don't really want to do that, but it is a long-term project. We'd love to get Jeff Jarrett at that level. Kevin Nash, fuck you. You, once again, didn't show up to my show. I really needed you. Lashley's 13 days away from coming in, so he should be ready to go for Slammiversary. The question is, what do we do with him? Do we have him put him in the King of the Mountain match? It's possible, but I don't want to have him lose his first match in. At the moment, I think my plan may be to have him have a match against A-Train. A-Train, someone he can lose to, but give Lashley a nice win just to start him off, just to start off his TNA run Low Key didn't move because he was not on our show. So, but the match that he had against AJ was a good one, which actually bumped his popularity up from last episode as well. Monty Brown, he's still more so 67 than 66, so he's getting there. Muhammad Hassan, wow, there you go. So Muhammad Hassan was around 79, low 80. He's definitely now in the 80s. A couple of regions, yes, he's not, but for the most part, 80, 81. Muhammad Hassan is without a doubt our top heel. He is killing it, and I think, obviously with the Bound for Glory series coming up, he's going to be a major part of that. Could maybe a potential winner, but he's doing really, really well. So happy that Muhammad Hassan is improving. Beating Rhino was good. Didn't have an amazing match, but good enough. Natalya is 37. She's moving up. She was about 36, so she's moving up despite the loss. Rebecca Knox, aka Becky Lynch. Well, the plan was we're going to put her in developmental, but I think she's good enough where she's more valuable to us on the main roster, considering we are lacking a little bit in our knockouts division, especially in our babyface side of things with Christy Hemming going down to developmental. So the plan is we're going to keep her on the main roster, and we're going to keep using her in that regard and go forward from there. I think she'll be pretty valuable. Rhino still stay the same despite the loss, thank goodness. Snyder still stay the same. R-Truth, he's still the same as well. What about Samoa Joe? So he's gone up to 70. So he's at that lower main event tier, almost jumping over. So a terrific match bumped him from 69 to 70. So that's often another thing as well. If you have really good matches, you're going to get the results. So that's excellent. Really happy about that. And yeah, Samoa Joe is on fire as well. He's killing it. And he's another guy that we're going to start making him more of a legitimate main eventer over the next couple of months. And now his program with Daniels is basically over. Not sure what we do next with Samoa Joe. With Slammiversary coming up, do we stick him in a match? Do we try and force a quick little rivalry? Or do we maybe have him have a feud with some of the guys that maybe a multi-man match with some of the guys that may be part of the Bound for Glory series? Because Bound for Glory series will start after Slammiversary. It is possible though that we could start it at Slammiversary and have a big multi-man match, maybe a Battle Royal, I don't know, but we could do something there and start that off and maybe give big points out to that. Scott Steiner, 75 despite the loss, so his popularity actually went up, so there you go. Now the reason why I was so focused on Scott Steiner is because with the Bound for Glory series coming up, we're not going to put Scott Steiner in that series, but we'd like to have him possibly have a match against Christian for the championship. Because for the Bound for Glory series, if you're not aware, basically 12 guys on your roster will compete in a series of matches over the course of a number of weeks. So you don't want anyone who's in that tournament to be getting world title matches. So the plan could be to have Scott Steiner be the guy who's not in the tournament, but get a title opportunity because he's a legend and he's Scott freaking Steiner. Get a title opportunity and fill the void for a few months there. Steiner's obviously a legitimate opponent, a legitimate threat, and we could use him in that capacity. Christian can beat him, stay strong, and keep getting his momentum going. but Steiner could also fill in a couple of those months that we really need to kind of fill in whilst the series is going on, and kind of save us a little bit. Sting, 82 rated, 82 popularity. He didn't move up at all. Man, I'm really disappointed with Sting, his performance. I mean, his age is getting there. He's 47 now, so that's an issue. He's only had 3 matches, and he's had 3 good matches. He has. The worst one was obviously the Ultimate X fail that we did. But other than that, it's been all pretty positive, but we haven't had him in a one-on-one match yet. So I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned if he does have a one-on-one match, probably with Jeff Jarrett at Slammiversary. Do we suffer there? Man, that's it. I'm worried. I really want Sting to be good for at least another couple of years. Otherwise, we may have to start, having Sting lose a little bit more, because we've been having Sting win more often than not. I mean, he's done pretty well. He's lost 1 match, and that was obviously the 6-man. That was obviously the triple threat match, I should say. Other than that, Sting's been pretty strong. So if his performances are lacking, then maybe Sting is a guy we have to start losing a little bit more to, which would be a shame because he's such an icon, a legend. We don't really want to do that. But that's pretty much it there for our roster improvements. Our popularity tracker, we are still steadily increasing at the moment. We are still doing really, really well. It is not the end of the month though. I don't like doing pay-per-views halfway through the month, but that's just how it's been scheduled, and I've decided to keep it as the same. But I think you can see our popularity, our raw popularity is about 62, 71 in the Southeast. So you're probably wondering, we are currently rated as a cult size. The next size is national, which needs 65 importance in 8 regions. As you can see, our importance is very low despite our popularity being a little bit better, around about that 62-71 mark. So we still need to improve our importance, which does take a lot longer, but maybe in a year or 2 we might be able to move up size, but we're probably a little bit too far away from that right now. The other issue we've got going on is we just can't seem to get any TV deals overseas, for example. The only one that we will negotiate is YouTube, but we can't really use YouTube because YouTube covers all areas, and we've already got a TV deal in some of the other areas. Otherwise we probably would because we're desperate, but yeah, we can't. So yeah, we're kind of lacking a little bit in our overseas connection, and I guess the only way to really fix that is to force a show over there, but we don't necessarily want to do that. But yeah, we've got a lot of tag teams going on right now as well. We like I said, probably the plan is to do a big multi-man match at Slammiversary with the tag titles. I think that will really work well. We could even maybe force in Roderick Strong and Austin Aries and the Motor City Machine Guns into that match as well. And if Kenta wants to show up to work for once, maybe him and Marufuji could have a match as well. But at this rate, Kenta's never going to show up for work again. I don't know. He's done. So I guess the way to counter that is to sign Kenta to a written deal. Now, is he got loyalty anywhere? He may sign. So he's working in a few different promotions, and I think he's a good enough worker to get. I think it's important that we do get him, and we may give him a written deal. I wanted to keep him in Japan, but it's killing us. He's not working anywhere, but look at his stats though. They're so good. You can't ignore it. You just have to sign him. He's so good in every category. He's only 25. Those stats are going to keep on improving. The only issue we have with him right now is he's got a poor gimmick. So we do need to change his gimmick. And once we do change his gimmick, then I think the performances we're going to get out of him will be epic. Really will be. So if we can lock him into a written deal, we may actually be able to use him. And if we can use him, we might actually give him a push and go from there. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys in this episode of Total Extreme Wrestling. Excellent pay-per-view. We had a really, really good show. 89 rated. Compare that to our last one, which was Lockdown, which was an 84 rated. Yes, the crowd was not as big, but we went to the Southwest region instead of Southeast. And Destination X was 86, 85 against all odds, and Final Resolution was a disaster of 69. So this was actually our best pay-per-view to date. 0.3 buy rate, up from 0.25. Really, really positive. Our shows are really getting better. We're on the improve, and we've got Lashley coming in soon. Melina's coming in soon as well. Maybe even pick up another couple of names along the way. Slammiversary is looking pretty solid. So Make sure if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and click on notifications by clicking that bell so you get the notifications every time I upload. Leave a like on this episode, and I will see you all in the next episode of Total Extreme Wrestling.